tell you a little bit about our culture. I set this up by design. I wanted that the way we acquire good talent is people tell other people they've never experienced a workplace like this, and high-level people with high-level positions at other companies come knocking on my door saying, do you have an opening? Because I want to work with you, because I have not heard of a place like this before, where people are happy, they're well compensated, they're not micromanaged, and they have autonomy and freedom and agency, and they're doing something that's fun, and they get to participate. And that's happened over the years. Many of my best people have come from recommendations of other team members being like, hey, I've never had this experience working at a place like this. Let me just give you a little bit of how we pull this off and have it that people are excited about working for us. And our job applications are constantly overwhelmingly full. We have 3 priorities. 1, have fun. That doesn't mean screw around. It means do what it takes to show up to your job whole. Take care of your body, take care of your things outside of work, your relationship, your hobbies, your personal life, sleep well. Do what it takes to show up to work as a full cup that can pour. That's on you. Then bring a positive attitude and look to make it a party and enjoy yourself, because you don't know how long you have. You could get sick. People die. Cindy Joseph died. You get hit by a bus. This whole idea that you're promised a long life is not accurate. So if you're not enjoying yourself, you've missed the point of this game we call life, in my opinion. So number 1, have fun. That's our goal. Number 2, make good stuff that truly serves the world. Make good. If you are making products that don't have integrity, that aren't actually good, what are you doing? What is the point? You're not going to have a long-term business if you're doing that. And also, you aren't going to feel good about yourself. So it's do what it takes to continually have your products get better by listening to customer feedback, by looking to innovate, by paying attention to market forces, by asking questions like, are we sustainable? Are we, et cetera. 3, be profitable. And if you can pull that off, you can have a good time, make good stuff, and be profitable at any scale, 100 grand a year, 200 grand a year, 500 grand a year, $1 million a year, whatever it is, you've won the game we call business. Everybody's focused on scale. Scale is wonderful. Obviously, I'm trying to make $100 million liquid. So I'm interested in scale, but not at the expense of having a good time and making good stuff. So you've won the game if you're doing those things and you're profitable. Okay, so that's our driving force behind what are we up to in business. Okay, when somebody comes in, this is what we tell them. Hey, number 1, we want to make sure that you are comfortable. Do you have a desk? Do you have a place to work? Do you have a computer that works? Do you have a quiet room? Are you working on a couch? Are you able to be comfortable while you're working? And can we support you in that? First question. Second, this corporate hierarchy is a fun concept. And obviously it exists, and you need a corporate structure, and you need people at every level of the game. But there's a level at which here's what I mean. There only is the entire system. The business works with everything, right? There is no isolation. Take away customer support, your business is broken. Take away product, your business is broken. Take away marketing, your business is broken. It's like an orange. Can you isolate the vitamin C out of an orange? Well, yeah, in a pill form, but is it as effective as eating vitamin C in an orange? No. You have only the whole organization. And every piece of that corporate structure is as important as every other piece, right? If you remove sleep, you die. If you remove water, you die. If you remove food, you die. You only have the whole organization. So what we tell people is, listen, you're the only person who can see what you can see from your vantage point. You're the only one who has the lens you have. And what we want to know what you see. If you see a way you could be having more fun, tell us. Or you could be enjoying your work life more, we want to know. If you see a way that we could be serving our customers better, we want to know. If you see a way in which we could be making better products, we want to know. Tell us. We may not take the feedback every time, but people feel this sense of agency and autonomy and ability to direct the ship. They feel like they can be at cause for changing the operation. And that is very freeing. That has people feeling like they have an impact on what's going on, much more committed. The other thing that we do is we make sure that every person has some kind of a growth vision. We ask them, hey, what are you interested in? Are you interested in management? Are you interested in advertising, copywriting, social media? We're much better at this with Smart Marketer and Zipify, by the way, because there's clear paths there. What are you interested in, and how can we support you in getting there? Do we need to provide you with trainings? We want to make sure that people understand that there's a place for them to go. We build hierarchies in our customer support, because customer support's the toughest division, right? It usually has the highest turnover. It's the hardest place to graduate out of, although we do our best to graduate people up the corporate ladder. So we make positions that would give people education, growth opportunities, and support in reaching their goals within their work career and without. We also do our best to be as generous as we possibly can with compensation. We pay fair for whatever the position is. And if you can consider everything, there's no better place in the world to work than here. That you would not want to leave working at our company for any other company for any reason, right? And I think we've only had 2 people ever leave. One person retired and the other person had a second kid and decided to be a full-time mom. And we fired like 4 or 5 people, but nobody's ever left because they wanted a job somewhere else. And we give, paid sick leave, paid vacation, 401k, health benefits, paid holidays, and we're chill. We're never asking people to work 50, 60, 70, 80-hour weeks. Now, leadership, sure. Leadership is going to put it in sometimes, but they're also going to have more flexibility in taking time off and stuff. So that is how we create this culture where you get people banging down your door. We're not micromanaging people. We're setting clear expectations. We're giving them clear accountability and guidance and support. And so I think culture ultimately at scale, and culture is such a buzzword. Everybody's throwing it around and it's kind of like doesn't mean anything on one level because there's so many, it's so nebulous. But in my opinion, culture is how do people feel about the organization and the people they work with and their job, and how enthusiastic are they to show up to work in the morning, and what kind of an attitude do they bring? And sometimes you get somebody who's kind of a pain in the ass, and you either have, and who's very skilled, but kind of a pain in the ass. You got a decision to make. Harder to manage those people. Do you let them go? Or do you figure out how to roll them in and deal with their intensity? And that's going to come up too. Not everybody's just easy to manage. Culture doesn't matter as much in the beginning. Like a lot of people just ignore culture and they think it's all about critical tasks, formal organization, and people, and then strategy and executive leadership at the top. But culture ultimately at scale, and that's why the CEO of Netflix keeps writing these books on it, right? It's like at scale, it's the most important thing in your business.